Listening, select missing word method. Let's look at the step-by-step method for this question type. So quickly look at the question screen on the left. At the top, you have the instructions. The first sentence of the instructions tells you what the audio is going to be about. And then on the right, you have the options. One of those options you have to select to complete the audio that you're going to hear. The method, step by step. The very first step, be alert and ready to listen. That's important. And before the audio begins, read the question. As I said, the first sentence, it tells you what the theme of the audio is about. And you can quickly glance at the options as well and see which of those options are more closely related to the theme. Then you can focus on them. And when the audio starts, so follow the audio and try to understand. If you want to take notes, you can do that. And as you approach towards the end of the audio, pay extra attention because you want to capture the last few words. What will you do with the last few words? You'll combine the last few words with the given options. And that will help you to select the best options because the last few words combined with the correct option, will complete the whole audio logically, will be grammatically correct. And then another thing that you need to check is that the option that you've selected is correct in overall context. So that's why it's important that you understand the theme of the audio, what the whole audio is about. Because sometimes it's possible that you'll think both of these options, they can go in the end and they will complete the audio. But only one of those options will make sense in the overall context. So that's why pay attention when you're listening. And once done, go to the next question. So this is a question. I'll play an audio and then if you want, you can pause the video and try to complete the question, try to answer the question.
To remind myself how astonished I should be, I occasionally look out the window in my office in Cambridge at this bridge which goes across the Charles River between the Kennedy School and Harvard Business School. In 2012, the state of Massachusetts said they were going to renovate this bridge. It would take 2 years. In 2014, they said it wasn't finished. In 2015, they said it would take 1 more year. In 2015, they said it's not finished. We're not going to tell you when it's going to be finished. Finally, last year, it was finished 3 times over.
Let's look at the answer. So the correct option is budget, right? So that's budget. And let's see the steps now. So first, be alert and ready to listen. Read the question and understand the theme. So I quickly read. You hear a recording about construction project. Okay. So the audio is going to be about construction project. And then I looked at the options. Populated, stretched, drained, budget. So now I know that it looks like stretched or budget might be the options because they're related to projects. With projects, you have the budgets and the project timelines, they often get stretched. So based upon my general knowledge, it helps me zero in on anticipate what the audio is going to be about and what might be the options. And yeah, that's what I did. I quickly read the options as well. And now when the audio started, I followed it and tried to understand. So I pay attention. The speaker talks about some bridge. Then he mentions different years when it was not finished and then finally when it was finished and so on. And as the audio was playing, as it was approaching the end, I became more attentive. And now these words, I'm definitely going to remember them as it is. And I might even make a note of them. So let's see what those last two words were.
Finally, last year was finished 3 times over.
Okay, was finally finished last year 3 times over the. So 3 times over the. Those are the last few words that I captured, 3 times over the. So now I combine the last few words with the options, 3 times over the populated, 3 times over the stretched, 3 times over the drained, 3 times over the budget. So 3 times over the budget because, over the budget, we are familiar with that expression, and 3 times over the budget, that makes sense. So that is my shortlisted option. And then also, I know that it makes sense because I'm talking of construction, I'm talking of projects, and those projects, they go over the budget. So we know that. So that's why that's the correct option. And now that I'm confident, I'll simply submit it and go to the next question. So those are the steps. Very important that one, you understand the overall theme, and then you just need to pay extra attention towards the end so that the last few words you can combine one by one with the options. to make your best choice then.